Y-E-L-L, Y-E-L-L, everybody yell, go Warriors, go Warriors. That is just one of the many cheers that we do at Rochester High School. I'm a Rochester High School football and wrestling cheerleader. My very first season of being a football cheerleader was my sophomore year. I recall that season very fondly. I remember bonding with my teammates a lot, getting a lot of stunting experience. The one thing I remember most is my most embarrassing moment. Falling at my very first football game during the first cheer of the night. Today, folks, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Now, my very first football season was very interesting. The one thing I remember most is that first game, as I said before. Now, the first football game, to me especially, is very important because we get the most student turnout and community turnout. We usually play our rival, Tenino, and of course we want to win those games, so we fuel that rivalry. Now, I think that the first game, not necessarily against our rival, but just the first game in general, can be very symbolic as to how the rest of the season will go and how the rest will pan out. Now, the first cheer that we usually do at football games is called our Pump It Up. It's very sassy, dramatic. We don't have any other cheers like it. The second cheer we do is usually K-I-C-K. This has two can-can kicks. Usually the speed is about 5 seconds long if you're doing it at the proper speed. Now, the captains that were there my sophomore year liked to speed things up quite a bit. They didn't like to slow things down for people. That cheer, K-I-C-K, was 3 seconds long at their pace. Now, when they called that cheer for the first time, for the first cheer of the night, I was not expecting it at all. Now, during the second can-can kick, when I went all the way up, I slid back on the new black track that Tenino had, and I scraped both of my elbows, and I stained my uniform, unfortunately. Now, in that moment, I felt my face turn beet red from all the shame and the humiliation that I felt that night. Now, the best thing I could do in that situation was just stand up and smile and rally. Looking back at it, my coaches didn't even notice when I told them, and not many students saw. I was in the back row. So it wasn't as embarrassing as I thought it was, but I would have to say that's probably my most embarrassing moment because I was so anxious and I was so nervous, and I think I let my nerves get the best of me when I should have just breathed. And with that, I thank you.